I think we're live again. This is a tough area, so I'm not going to drive too far. Unless I really need to. So far I'm not really seeing any activity, but there may be some up ahead. But again, I'm concerned about the signal here. In the air, what do I see in the air? Looks like a red-tailed hawk in the air. And up ahead I do see some white on the ground. Probably swans if I had to guess. Oh, and in the air above the area where I see swans, I see bald eagle. I'll turn in here and just take a quick look at things. Just with this camera. Oh, maybe we'll switch. Matters what we see. So we're looking at, their agricultural fields, and because water seems to accumulate, or at least it has this year and last, I hear a chickadee. Anyway, it seems to be a draw for waterfowl. And I don't know if I see, no, I don't see that eagle in the air any longer. We're gonna turn right around, I think, and head back. I hear a crow. Okay, let's go back. Hold on. Never mind. Chickadee is calling an alert. I don't know if it's because of me or if there's some other reason. Oh, in the air, distantly, two red-tailed hawks, I think. They were near each other, but now they've separated. And they're now essentially both out of view. You may say, why do we keep coming down here? We never see anything. Well, sometimes we do see something of interest. And I mean, the big issue I have with this little stretch of road is the signal. We'll take a left turn here because there are various fields that might be a draw for sandhill cranes, for instance. And you never know, we may see something of interest. can see, like there's a cornfield to our right, and it has been harvested. And that leaves behind, enough. I don't know what it's called really, whatever the leftovers from the harvesting. That can be a draw for various birds. For us. Blue jay just flew over the road. 2 more blue jays just flew over the road. Stay away from the road. Distance, there's a flock of something in the air. They're flying like starlings. You can barely see them, if at all. Pretty day, it really is. So, okay, flying overhead. Are those starlings? Maybe not. They're very dark. I can't see them now. They're behind the trees. They were flying like starlings. I think they were probably starlings. Think about it, tails of red-winged blackbirds will be a little bit longer, I believe. Overall, oh, something in the air. Hold on. It might be a red-tailed hawk. I don't know. Hold on. Probably, but it's not getting any closer. Okay. That looks like an eagle in the distance. These are flying like starlings. It's a larger flock than I had seen before. I'm gonna let them go. Before we do move on ourselves, I showed you there was an eagle up higher, and there it is, I believe. And then lower there seems to be another. Oh yeah, right there. So a couple eagles by the looks of things. You could say, Wildlife Drive represents an east road, overlooking Knox Marcellus. Those represent, some of the better areas to see things, and also Shockey Pool and Mays Point. But it's the overall area that does draw a lot of the birds that we see. So it's likelihood of seeing something interesting like right where we are kind of dry up as they have. We didn't see all that much on Wildlife Drive, but with this time of season, maybe we'll see, for instance, sandhill crane somewhere. So it's worth looking. some of these areas, for instance, that we're driving by now, you know, if it had been a few weeks ago or, you know, a month or two ago, you know, I'm not going to say you would never see anything, but things are very much different, you know, back then. You've got, you know, tall stalks of you know, corn plants, you know, preventing you from seeing anything if there is anything to see in the first place. So you have to keep all that in mind. And I tell you this because in case you happen to visit the area and you only have so much time and everything, you know, some of these areas we're visiting today, depending on the time of year, may not be worth seeing at all if you've got limited time resources. We're going to drive to an area up ahead, and you know, we've been checking it, and you know, right away, one of the things I'm looking for is, have the cornfields been harvested? If they have not, then chances are there's not going to be much to, you know, to see there. Chances are. On the other hand, if they have been harvested, and we saw some of, you know, the harvesting was actually taking place last week, so if they're assuming they're all done, there may be some large fields to look over today. Is that a crow in the road? Looks like it. Get out of the road. There's a car coming. Out of the road. Out of the road, crow. Out of the road. So has everything been harvested? Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, it looks like things have been harvested for the most part. Hold on one second. Look at something. Harvesting changes the nature of the area from a bird watching perspective. Hold on, what do I see? I see some birds in the air. Sandhill cranes by the looks of it. Yeah, I think sandhill cranes. Now they landed distantly, so they're going to be hard to see. And I believe I had seen on the report, you know, the write-up or whatever you want to call it, the list in the visitor center, that sandhill cranes have been seen in this area. I don't know if we'll be able to see them from anywhere here. I see some pigeons. And the cranes landed in the distance, so I don't know if we will be able to see them at all, given the conditions and also the fact that there may be some vegetation that's blocking our view. Let me take a look. Hold on. I don't see them. Maybe I see some in the air. Hold on. I believe those are cranes. It's hard for me to tell. And I saw a number of them land somewhere way back there. And as you can see, there may be vegetation that's going to block our view. So I don't think we're going to dwell on looking, you know, on those areas here. I'm going to just take a look with binoculars quickly and look around, actually. More cranes in the air. So, I mean, there's a chance as we drive around here, maybe we'll find a way to see them. I'm not even sure exactly where they are way back there. And maybe this is not the place to see them. Maybe it's better, or maybe we would be better off looking from East Road and just, you know, it'll be a distance sighting, but maybe they'll be visible. I don't know. Kind of looking around now. This is kind of difficult conditions, and also kind of need to maintain speed here. But we'll turn around up ahead and we'll see if maybe on the return if we can get a look. Never know. This, incidentally, is the area, the general area where we saw a lot of snow geese last late winter, early spring. So, like I said, it's definitely an area worth checking on. Pull over and let this vehicle that's behind me pass me. And we'll find a place to turn around here. Just saw Blue Jay. It can be very helpful, and I'm not pretending I know all the various patterns and everything, but flight patterns and flight style can be very helpful sometimes, like it was for me earlier when seeing the rough-legged hawk. You know, if you see a bird in the air in the distance, you can't make it out very well, but you can see, for instance, that it's has a constant flapping of its wings, and not necessarily at high speed, you know, at reasonable speed. You might realize, oh, that large bird is not a hawk, it's most likely an American crow. With a red-tailed hawk, you often see them, soaring, and they flap a little bit, then they glide. Same thing with Cooper's hawks; they do that a lot, although a little differently. Okay, I can't see anything from here. Can't see anything from here. All right, let's keep going. So anyway, the point is, sometimes knowing that kind of detail about a particular bird will help you identify it. Or if you're looking for a particular bird, at the very least, you can exclude it if for instance, okay, I'm not seeing the pattern I would be looking for. I don't know what bird I'm seeing, but I don't see the pattern I'm looking for to make it out to be, let's say, a red-tailed hawk. So, like I said, it can be helpful. And what brought this all up was just seeing the blue jay as it flew across the road. I didn't necessarily have a great look at it, but I could kind of see its flying style, and that, had me realizing that it was a blue jay. It's 1:30. We don't have much time. Very little time, actually. I have a feeling, we'll take a look at things from East Road. I have a feeling we're not going to be here all that much longer today. And I'll head back to Ithaca. I can deal with a cold fairly well. You have to bundle up. Can't always keep my hands warm, but anyway, that I can handle. Reasonable amounts of snow we can deal with. Sometimes it makes things difficult, but we can usually, okay. But winter has a drawback we can't really handle that well, and that is shorter days. So can't do anything about that yet. Somebody just flew over the road. I don't know who it was. I see a blue jay, but I don't believe that's the bird I was seeing. I thought it was somebody else. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought what I saw fly over the road was smaller, but maybe not. Cars up ahead, so I would not be surprised if there's a reasonable amount of birds to see. Reasonable number, I should say. What I don't know is if we'll have a good way to see them. Yeah, it looks like they're... Oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if we have snow geese down there. Not huge numbers. They may be swans, I don't know. Okay, the other vehicle I see is up ahead. I wonder if they're looking at sandhill cranes, for instance. Okay. Let me take a look at what's down there. I think they're swans. No. Wait. I'm not sure. I don't know if I see any sandhill cranes down there. Oh, I believe I do. A couple of them anyway. There's it looks like there might be a fair variety down there. And I don't know if I'm really in the best spot to be, really. At least I think I am for some, but not all. Let's take a quick look with this camera. Yeah, I think we're talking swans down there, not geese. Let's start over here first. Canada geese. But it doesn't look like we're dealing with snow geese down there. It looks like they're swans. But quite a few swans. And then more waterfowl of one. Hold on, let me get this comfortable here. More waterfowl of some sort back there. Probably geese and ducks, but with this kind of lighting and heat shimmer, it's tough to see what we're looking at. And I'm not really in the best spot to show you, but you can see quite a few birds down there and spread out over the field. We've got vegetation in our way here, but so we'll probably move to see some of that, maybe. I just heard a crow, by the way. Okay. Well, I need to look with binoculars a little bit, and then I'll decide what we're going to do. And I see cranes, and quite a few of them, and maybe that's where we were looking before, but couldn't see before. They are, where are they? Wait, where are they? They're out there somewhere. Hold on, let me look again with binoculars. 1 second. Okay, I know where they are. I think. Maybe not. There they are. Okay, and they're going to be difficult to see because of just the heat shimmer, but we'll do our best. Let's see. We're going to see with a current scope how well we can see them, and if we can't see them, if things look not so good, then I won't even bother trying with the other scope, which has more power. But I mean, if things are really blurry, it's not going to help by magnifying much. Where are they? Trying to find them. There they are. Okay. So here are the sandhill cranes. way out there. Quite a few of them. Let me just check with everybody, make sure you're up and running without problems. Now these may be the ones that I had seen in flight when we were in that other area, landing where it was inconvenient, and sure enough it's inconvenient, but look at them, there are a lot of them. But they're not at all close. I can't even see them with the naked eye. My own rule is if I can't see it with the naked eye, chances are it's not going to make for very good photography, and that's proving the case here. Okay, let's look at other things while we're here, namely swans. We're probably not going to be here all that long, I think. I just assume drive back to Ithaca, I think. Maybe we'll stop and try to see the snowy owl again, if anyone is interested. All right, let's we're gonna go, I think, and head to where those other cars are. One or two. Maybe they're seeing something of interest that we're not seeing, and they may be looking over that other area where there's probably a wider variety of birds down there. Most of these swans seem to be resting. Just kind of relaxing. I wouldn't mind a closer look at the sandhill cranes, but they are where they are, and I don't believe there's anything I can do about it to get closer. There may be a road I could get closer, but it's a disaster of a road, and I don't know if we'd be able to have a good look anyway. Actually, you know, I don't know if we would get a better view. A fair number of geese in the air, in the distance. 1 second. Okay, let's switch cameras. I'm guessing mostly Canada geese, but I don't know. Sometimes, and this is what I don't do, I'm not saying it's wrong, I just don't do it. You know, the thing to do is to plant yourself in one spot and really survey the area, whatever area you're talking about. And that's how people find, oh, there was this rarity or that rarity. I don't tend to do that myself, so maybe I miss out on a lot of things. these are the people who are on the road that may have failed to see the snowy owl. They're the same people that we saw earlier. So you can see there's quite a bit of see some ducks back there, including mallards. I don't know if there's anything else. Lighten it a little bit just to see if we can see a little better. Again, our problem is distance and in this case sunshine today. It makes things difficult. Hold on, a lot of birds in the air. Let me see if I can see them. They may be, I don't know if they're... look like ducks. There may be other species of ducks down there, but on my little screen I'm having a hard time, and my little patience, I'm having a hard time seeing them. Definitely mallards down there, along with the Canada geese. But we're not, we're not going to look over every single bird, but cranes there. I knew I had seen some. Looks like more than anything it's Canada geese. Look at some in area with binoculars. Hold on a second. I wonder how well we can see the cranes from here. I'm guessing it's worse than from where we were before. I don't know if we could see them better from there. Wherever that road is, I think that's 31 where we just were a while ago. I'm not sure I can see the cranes at all. Hold on, let me look with binoculars. Yeah, I'm not sure I can see them at all from here. Okay, I think we're going to move on. Looks like there may be more cranes here than I had thought. Maybe more than just two. I think it's like at least 4 or 5. Looks like maybe 3 or 4 there. And then another 4 or 5 there. Okay, but we're gonna get going. Not the kind of views I like to have. I'm not close enough. Hello. By any chance, did you happen? I saw you earlier on Sable Road. Did you see the snowy owl that was there? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know from where you were if you could see it.
Yeah, we were there earlier today and saw them too.
Okay.
That was actually our second trip.
And there are quite a few sandhill cranes here.
Yeah, way out back.
Way out there. I don't know if there's a better way to see them, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Good luck. I love this area, but you know, the distances are always a challenge. And with lighting like this, which, you know, makes for a beautiful day, but difficult photography conditions, you know, it's tough. My hope coming through here, as with other things, is, you know, maybe we'll get to see the sandhill cranes somewhere close and, you know, get a good chance to really look at them. But that's not happening today. That's okay, you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying I'm not disappointed. You know, I would have liked to have seen them much better. We're running out of time anyway. I think what we'll do, let's retrace our steps in terms of in terms of snowy owls, and then, you know, I'll pack up and head back to Ithaca. So we'll go and try to see if we can get a better look, maybe, at the snowy owl we saw earlier today. And you never know, we might see something of interest along the way. So. And while we're doing this, you know, heading back this way, we'll be, you know, we're on Route 89 right now. There's a portion of 89 we were not on earlier because we were on Wildlife Drive. So maybe in in that stretch, we might see something also, which, sometimes it's been a good stretch. So we'll see. You never know. I say it was an American crow. I believe it was an American crow as opposed to a fish crow. I'm not sure if I think I might know that something's different if I hear those call of a fish crow, maybe. But I believe side by side, my understanding is they're very difficult to tell apart. Just keeping my eyes open here. You never know. Not seeing anybody. Of course, timing is everything. There could be a bird that we really want to see that happens to be on the ground, maybe a hawk of one sort or another. It's gone to the ground for, after prey, and as we drive by, we don't get to see it. It's very possible. We didn't see a northern harrier today here. Where were they? I don't know. we're just going to go double check on snowy owls, see if we can see better or more or whatever. And then I think I will, pack up and then head back to Ithaca. Now, if I happen to see anything along the way, I told you earlier that I saw snow geese out on Cayuga Lake. Not as many as last week, but they were far out there on the water, too far for a good look. But if, for instance, if they're still there and they've come closer, maybe I'll restart the broadcast like I did last week. Little doubt that was the highlight of the week last week, the snow geese on Cayuga Lake. Normally, if I see something I really like, my family doesn't get, it's not like I deprive my family, but I don't bother to send it around. I sent that around. I thought it was worth seeing, even for the people, most of my family, who are not really interested in birds. But to see that huge flock in the air like it was, that was something. Like I said, highlight of the week. Just wish I had filmed it differently. But, the way things worked out, I was just in a hurry to get set up once I saw them. And I was at least grateful for having captured what I did. We didn't see anything there, but we'll double check at the airport anyway. You never know. It's kind of on the way anyway. And not only did we not see anyone there, as of this morning, there had been no reports of anybody there. This whole season. Owl-wise. Drive on a nice day. necessarily seeing it. I mean, to our right, there's a cornfield that, hasn't been harvested. So, there's still work going on in terms of agriculture. Actually, I don't live on a farm or anything, but I imagine actually there's work to be done all year round. In terms of harvesting, think about it, last year, I kept coming to the airport and not seeing anything, even though people were reporting having seen them. But they wouldn't necessarily red-tailed. Actually, I did signal her. It was a hand signal, but it was a signal. Anyway, that was a red-tailed hawk that I just saw. Did she just turn without signaling? No, I think she signaled. Actually, I don't think I want to turn here, do I? No, I don't. No, I don't. Anyway, as I was saying, last year, often the reports were of, owls near the airport, not technically at the airport, so you never know. Would report them in the various fields. Now, again, you can see some of these cornfields have not been harvested yet. To our left, the field has not been harvested, and I don't know if this is a separate field. No, it looks like it's all one field. Still not harvested. But we'll just, we'll take a quick look here and see if there's anybody around. Like I said earlier, having no snow on the ground, or essentially no snow on the ground, does make it easier in terms of spotting them if they're on the ground. Just a quick look around, and then we'll continue on to Saybolt. I don't see anything. But assuming they come here at all this year, they never know when they would arrive. So. And the one that we saw earlier today Could be one that just happens to leave the normal grounds, the summer grounds, a little earlier than the ones that might come here to the airport. Okay, let's continue on. Maybe we'll have some luck, and maybe we'll have a better look at the one we saw earlier today. There was one time last season when I went back there after having seen the owl in the morning or earlier in the afternoon, and I did get a better look just because of the conditions had improved. It was cloudier, and I don't know what else happened, but it's just a slightly better look. Not great, but you take what you can get. I don't believe, I don't feel like I really know my way around all these parts, but at least I know the way to, number of crows up above, to and from and several more, quite a few more over to our right in the air. Anyway, between the two places, I know how to get from one to the other, kind of, sort of. I enjoyed it. I mean, going to, granted, I realize I don't, put a lot of variety into the various locations we go. But every once in a while, we'll go to some place new. And it was kind of nice going to these places, last year, and hoping to see snowy owls, and then eventually seeing them. To our left, I just saw they're harvesting the cornfield to our left. So I mean, they're working on it. The way they do this road here, I mean, like you see a line, well, I don't know if you can see it. It makes you think that you have to turn left turn right if you're headed the other way. But you can stay, continue on straight. But the way they put the lines there, it's confusing. Same thing with this one. Look, it looks like I need to turn right, but no, I can go straight ahead, and in fact, that's what I'm doing. we're almost there. You're probably like, whew, if we have to hear him drone on any longer, I don't know if we can take it. Actually, if I could take a right here onto this road, drive up, and then look around in other areas too. And I've done that before. I've never seen an owl. Big machine coming this way. Hold on. I should have started looking first. The owl is still there. Looks like it's right where it was when we left it. What I want to do, I think I'm going to turn around and come back this way and park incorrectly. And maybe we'll have a better view than we had earlier. Now there's someone here. Okay, he's taking photos. I think it's the same people we've seen, yeah, at Montezuma a couple times. Let me take a look with binoculars from here, see if I like the lighting. Well, I do, I think, kind of. But I think the vegetation is blocking the view. And actually, where we were earlier this morning, vegetation-wise, wasn't too terribly bad. A little bit further. I guess this is probably going to be as good as it gets. Okay, hold on 1 second. We won't be here long. At least I don't think so. We'll try it with this camera or this scope first, and if it's warranted, we'll switch to the other. Yeah, too much vegetation in the way. And we still have the heat shimmer. Maybe. Okay, I think we're gonna move along, or I'm gonna pack up and head to Ithaca. I think we're talking maybe 3:30, 3:45, somewhere around there, 3:50. Okay, let's say 3:45 to 3:50. Okay, you guys have the message, and I'm going to get going and see. Now, again, if I see the snow geese, if I happen to see them in a good spot and closer, I'll stop and I'll resume the broadcast. If not, I'll just continue on my way to Ithaca. Okay, everybody? All right, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.